is Renee with Zesty Life Services, and I am the Zesty Life Mentor. And this is our second video in our series for Whole Foods Nutrition. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a really simple main dish. It could actually be a side dish if you want, but I like it as a main dish with rice, brown rice, and black beans. And I want to just, if you don't know who I am, I just want to give you a little bit of information about myself. I am the mother of 7 children and 22 grandchildren. So I've made a lot of meals in my life. I started gathering cookbooks when I was about 13 years old, and I have a huge collection of cookbooks. I love to cook and I love to bake. And about 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with thyroid disease, hypothyroidism. And that is where your thyroid doesn't produce the right amount of hormones for your body. So it's low in producing the different things that your body needs. And so we'll have a video where we talk more about the thyroid later. But I am actually healing from thyroid disease. And so I've had my very first completely healthy blood work done 2 years ago. And so, well, actually about a little bit less than that, maybe a year and a half. My body is still adjusting, but my thyroid is getting healthy. And so anyway, eating healthy whole foods is really important to me. And it's really important to me that I help you understand what your body needs so that you can be healthy too, and so that we can support you in helping your families be healthy. And so this is a really fun, easy dish that I make quite a bit, and I just love it. And so the first thing that we're doing is we've got our rice. So I cooked the rice in a rice cooker. You don't have to have a rice cooker. You can cook brown rice on the stove. It's easy. People think it takes a long time for brown rice, but it really doesn't. It only takes 15 minutes if you do it right. So the way to do it right is if you want, I usually cook about 4 cups water, 2 cups rice, because I like to make a big batch. And I let the water boil first, then I put the rice in, if I'm doing it on the stove. So I get 4 cups of water, 2 cups of rice, and I get the water boiling first, then add the rice, and then bring it to a boil again. As soon as it starts boiling again, turn it to low, put the lid on tight, and just leave it there. Set your timer for 15 minutes. Sometimes it might take 20 if your rice is old or, you know, not as fresh. Sometimes it might take longer, but usually 15 minutes will do it, and it'll be nice and fluffy. So anyway, I cooked my rice. So we've got our rice here, and so we'll use that a little bit later. Then we've got our black beans. And when you do your beans, you're going to want to use a little gadget like this, which is really fun. Instead of pushing down on the can lid, I used to do it that way, but I love this little gadget that I found at Walmart. And you just cover this, and you can tip the beans over and drain them out really easily and safely. And especially if you're having kids in the kitchen, you would want to use this instead of having them push down on the lid, because sometimes that lid can pop up and cut them. So that's a tip for you. You're also going to want to have some red pepper. I would say about maybe 3/4 of a cup. Okay, 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup, and about a cup of onions. And I love red onions, so those are the ones that I use. And I don't chop mine super big, but you can, I don't chop them very small. My family, when I cook for my family, I chop them up really tiny because they don't like to see the onions and they don't like to taste them, but the onions are so good for you. They have so many wonderful properties. So I put onions in a lot of my food. But for me, I don't care if they're big or small, so this is not very cut up. And so you can decide if you want it chopped up less or not. You're also going to want to have a can opener for your black beans, and you're going to want to have some garlic cloves. Now, I love garlic, so I put a lot of garlic in mine. I put maybe 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. And it just kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. But if you have little children, you might only want to do 2 at first until they get used to the garlic flavor. So anyways, you don't want to scare them off too fast. So, and you're also going to want things like carrots. I don't always put carrots in, but tonight I am. And you're going to want to have some coconut oil. Now, when you get your coconut oil, you're going to want to make sure that it's organic, virgin coconut oil, and you're going to want to see this seal on the side that says USDA organic. And you're also going to want to make sure that it's cold pressed and unrefined. Kirkland is a great brand. You can get those at Costco, and this big one lasts me a long time. But anyway, we're going to put about a tablespoon. I've got it simmering over here. A tablespoon of coconut oil. You might need 2 tablespoons, but you're going to want to mix it all around and just cook it until the carrots are tender, and then add the onions. And since we don't have a lot of time, I'm going to add the onions right now, but not the peppers because they cook faster. Okay. So we'll just mix that up, and we'll just let that simmer for a little bit. And I think I am going to add just a little bit more coconut oil so that it's not going to be sticking too much to the bottom. And coconut oil has some really healthy properties to it. It is a healthy oil. If you are not aware of that, then you may want to research coconut oil. It has wonderful benefits for your health and for your skin. You're also going to want to have some, I use white pepper. I really, really love white pepper. I really hadn't ever cooked with it until a few months ago, and I decided I actually like it better sometimes than black pepper, depending on what I'm cooking. But for this recipe, I really like it. And a tiny bit of garlic salt, not a lot because we have a lot of our garlic, and then a little bit of Himalayan pink salt also. And I just kind of reach in and grab a little bit, maybe a teaspoon, and pop it in. And so we're going to wait until this cooks up a little bit, and then I'm going to do that. And so after this is all cooked, we're going to add the garlic. And I'm going to actually add a little bit of that now because it's getting pretty soft now. So we're going to add our garlic. And because I'm the only one that's going to eat this, probably, unless my granddaughters come over, I'm going to add a couple more because, like I said, I love garlic. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And you do whatever you feel is good in your home. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to add the peppers now. And you can see how pretty that looks. Because I don't have a photographer with me and I'm just doing my own filming right now, I can't get you close enough to the stove, so I'll just show you right here. Isn't that pretty? I love the vibrant colors. So we're just going to get that cooked up a little bit more. And as soon as the carrots soften just a little more and the peppers and onions are soft, then we'll add the black beans and the spices. And then when you get done with the black beans and the spices, then you pour it all on top of your hot rice. And you mix it all up, and it is yummy, yummy, yummy. So as far as the black or the white pepper goes, I just shake a little bit on it. I would say maybe 2 or 3 shakes. Okay, there we go. And maybe just a couple pinches of the salt. Just a little. And then maybe a tiny, tiny dash of this. Ooh, that's got a lot in the lid. Somebody was cooking with it or tipping it upside down. Okay, and we'll mix that all up. Let's see. You don't want your carrots super soft. You want them a little bit crunchy, not too crunchy, but a little bit crunchy. And same with your peppers. I think there's nothing worse than peppers that are mushy. I don't like that. So, okay, and then you add your beans. And you just get that all hot. Make sure that it's heated all the way through. And then when you're done, like I said, you put it on your top of your hot rice and you mix it all up, and you've got your dinner for the night. It's super, super easy and really, really healthy for you. Check down below because we're going to have the nutrition tips down below to let you know some of the benefits of brown rice and black beans. Black beans are a wonderful thing to have in your storage, in your pantry storage, so that you always have them available when you need to cook something with a lot of substance and really healthy. This is a simple meal, but it's very filling and it just makes you feel really good. I love brown rice. Every time I'm eating it, I just feel super healthy. So anyway, that is our simple meal for tonight. And I don't have a name for this one. I don't know what to call it. Maybe I should just call it Renee's Zesty Black Bean Dish. I don't know. I will have to think about that. It's just my put together stuff. Another thing that you can do is you can omit the garlic, salt, and put thyme in it. That makes it really yummy as well. And you can do all kinds of things. Sometimes I'll just put like leftover mushrooms in it. Sometimes I'll put leftover, like maybe shred up some zucchini. You could even put beets in it. You can put all kinds of different things. And sometimes I'll even put some spinach and just kind of let that get a little bit withered. You know, not really cook it very much. I don't like soggy spinach either, but just kind of put it on top and let it get hot enough to where it shrivels just a little bit and then mix it all up. That's really good too. So be brave and experiment. It's awesome. And cooking can be really fun and really simple. And you can tell this didn't take very long and it is ready. It is ready to go. We just need to put it on top of the rice, but I'm not going to do that tonight because it takes long. I mean, it won't take long for me, but it'll take long for the video. I want you to get off the video and go try this. Okay, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And be sure to check the links below where we have more information about our food prepping services that we're starting on a pilot program all over the US. And also the tips for nutrition. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.